We do use what we call reversing gestures, and you may already do this, but if you are working with a client and you want to put something into their past, you would of course do that, wouldn't you? Yeah. If you wanted to put something into their future, you would pull it forward as well. So that bit's fairly straightforward. It is a little bit more difficult with this field to be so precise with it. So one of the things I always set up very early on is I'll talk roughly about time. It doesn't matter what the anecdote is, it doesn't matter what the story is, but what I want the person to take away is a sense of a timeline. I know it's not so easy for you to see, but you get the thing. So there's the past, there's the future, and here's the now. So I might tell you a story about something somewhere, but basically I need you to know that pacing out the past and pacing out the future, and this is the moment of now. And of course, the way I've drawn that is your timeline, isn't it? Yeah, because if we follow the regular patterns, okay, we can't calibrate a lot of people's timelines on a Zoom call. We haven't got a single person in front of us to calibrate how they mark out time when they tell you their story. So we have to be a little bit smarter online, and we have to set it up for them to make it easy. So by telling some kind of story or maybe a listing from you, so I might say, okay, I'm just going to do a little bit about reminder about timeline, because you know that thing you were telling me about the way you were feeling, well, it was kind of back here, wasn't it? If this is the now, and you know the way you want to feel, well, I wonder where in the future that's going to be. Now, you've all seen, and I, for the life of me, can't put my hands on it this evening. I have a laminated timeline, and some of you have made them in Happy Brain, that the online course has, with a little spinning arrow. So that's all you need. You don't even need a flip chart. You just need to be clear that you are referring to, I can see it. I've just remembered where I actually put it. Bear with me. There we go. So we've got this timeline that shows past, present, and future, and where our attention goes through time. Now, the reason for setting that up somewhere is because when we're working with somebody's unconscious mind, and I want to refer to the future, I have to reverse my timeline. So this is a really important thing to be clear about whose timeline you're working in. So I work with your collective timeline, even though I know that it's quite possible that some of you will have different timelines going all over the place. But because I've set it up, then it's much easier for me to control the variables. And similarly, if I want to talk about the past, I can point in that direction. So one of the things you'll notice, anybody who has seen me work online, you will notice that that is something I do when I'm talking about moving forward in time. So I'm working with the subconscious mind in that way. So that's a really quick win, is to think about, we can't calibrate individuals. Well, actually, that's not true. If you're working one-to-one, you can, but if you've got a group situation, we have to work a lot harder in this set up, because the delay in response is too fast, is too slow. In lifetime, you see the micro expressions of somebody that we calibrate. You see the subtle changes. You see the twitch of their foot, or their, a finger movement. We've got such a tiny, small window to calibrate, so we have to be a bit cleverer than that, and actually set it.
Happy brain, learning about your thinking. Happy brain, learning about your feelings. Happy brain, learning how to drive your happy brain.